measurements and precise and accurate measurement are necessary for the proposed hypothesis. Now, question arises, what is there which lacks in the precise and accurate? Today's learning objectives are the accuracy, precision, the basic difference between accuracy and precision with the help of examples, what are errors in the measurement, what are different kinds of errors, how they are generated and how they can be removed, and discussion of the numericals on the basis of errors. Let us distinguish between accuracy and precision. Every measurement is limited by the reliability of the measuring instrument and skill of the person making the measurement. If we repeat a particular measurement, we usually do not get precisely the same result, as each result is subjected to some experimental error. This imperfection in measurement can be described in two ways, that is, accuracy and precise. Accuracy, it refers to the closeness of a measurement to the true value of the physical quantity. It indicates the relative freedom from errors. As we reduce the errors, the measurement becomes more accurate. For example, to judge the winner of a 100-meter race, you have to measure up to 1/100th of a second. So, an ordinary stopwatch with least count 0.1 second is not precise enough. Now, precision, it refers to the resolution or the limits to which the quantity is measured. Precision is determined by the least count of the measuring instrument. The smaller the least count, greater is the precision. If we repeat a particular measurement of a quantity a number of times, then the precision refers to the closeness of the set of values so obtained. For example, a screw gauge can measure diameter of the wire with more accuracy as compared to the vernier calipers, because the least count of vernier caliper is 0.01 centimeter and of screw gauge is 0.001 centimeter. One more example, a high resolving power telescope can have more precise value as compared to a low resolving power telescope. We will also do these experiments in our labs. And now the comparison of accuracy and precision with the help of an example. We can illustrate the difference with the help of an example. Suppose three students are asked to find the mass of a piece of metal whose mass is known to be 0.520 gram, and the students are observing the masses. This table shows the values observed by student A, B and C. Student A is having in measurement 1 0.52 gram, in 2 0.51 gram and in third measurement 0.50 gram, and the average mass is 0.51 gram. The student B has average mass as 0.515 gram and C having 0.521 gram, 0.520 gram, 0.520 gram and the average value is 0.520 gram. The data obtained by the student A are neither very precise nor accurate because its least count is up to 2 digits. The individual values are differ widely and also the average value is not accurate. This is not approximate to the answer. The data for the student B are more precise as they are very slightly different from one another, but the average mass is not accurate. The average mass is 0.515 gram. It should be 0.520 gram. The data for the student C are both precise as well as accurate because the values are approximately equal to 0.520 and the average mass is exactly equal to the known mass of the substance. The resolution for A is 0.01 gram and for B is 0.001 gram and C is 0.001 gram. Hence we can say the values obtained by C are more precise and accurate and by B are only precise values and by student A the values are not precise and not accurate. Errors in a measurement. Every measurement is done with the help of some instrument. While making the measurement, some uncertainty gets introduced in the measurement. As a result, the measured value is always somewhat different from the actual or true value. Hence, you can define the error in a measurement is equal to the difference between the true value and the measured value of the quantity. The formula for this is error is equal to true value minus measured value. An error gives an indication of the limits within which the true value may lie. Every measurement has an error. Every calculated value which is based on the measured values has an errors. Errors creep into our measurements and affect its accuracy. They can be broadly classified into some categories listed following. Errors creep into our measurement and affect its accuracy. They can be broadly classified into following categories that are constant error, systematic error, least count error, gross error and random error. Constant error. The error which affect each observation by the same amount are called constant errors. Such errors are due to the faulty calibration of the scale of the measuring instrument and such errors can be eliminated by measuring the same physical quantity by a number of different methods, apparatus and techniques. Systematic error. The error which tend to occur in one direction, either positive or negative, are called systematic error. We can eliminate such errors once we know the rule which governs them. These errors may be of the following types. Number 1. The instrumental error. These errors occur due to the inbuilt defect of the measuring instrument. For example, veering of the meter scale at one end. The zero of the vernier scale may not coincide with the zero of the main scale. This error can be detected by measuring a physical quantity with two different instruments of the same type or by measuring the same physical quantity by two different methods. Imperfection in experimental technique. These errors are due to the limitations of the experimental arrangement. For example, error due to radiation loss in calorimeter experiments, error due to buoyancy of air when we weigh a body in air. Such errors cannot be eliminated altogether, but necessary corrections can be applied for them. The next error is the error by the personal causes. The personal error is these errors arise due to individual's bias, lack of proper setting of apparatus or individual's carelessness in taking the observations without observing proper precautions. For example, when an observer hold his head towards right while reading a scale, he introduces some error due to parallax. Such errors can be minimized if measurements are repeated by different persons or removing the personal bias as far as possible. Now, what question arises, what is the parallax? Here in this figure you are able to see what is the parallax error. This is a measuring cylinder and there are three positions of the eye. We are observing the readings at the normal, the central eye, and at some angle the two eyes above and below the central eye. The central eye is having no parallax error and is reading the actual value, and the two eyes above and below, they are having the parallax error. Similarly, the second instrument shown to you is a screw gauge, and the screw gauge, the main scale line is coinciding with the circular scale line shown by the green line at which the eye is focused. This is the accurate observation, and two red lines are having the parallax error. It means if you are not observing the observations normally, then you will have the error, that is the parallax error, and that error can be removed by the personal bias. Next type of error is error due to external causes. These errors arise due to the change in external conditions like pressure, temperature, and wind. For example, the expansion of a scale due to the increase in temperature. Such errors can be easily detected and necessary corrections may be made accordingly. These errors can also be minimized by controlling the external conditions during the experimentation. The next type is least count error. This error is due to the limitation imposed by the least count of the measuring instrument. It is an uncertainty associated with the resolution of the measuring instrument. The question is here, what is least count? The smallest division on the scale of the measuring instrument is called its least count. For example, a meter scale has a least count of 1 millimeter. Its readings are good only up to 1 millimeter. The error in its reading will be half of this value, that is 0.05 millimeter or 0.005 centimeter. If the error is like this, we cannot measure by this scale having least count 1 millimeter.